Why does a 2-year-old completely melt down when leaving the park, while a high schooler packs their backpack and leaves on schedule? This gap in behavior comes down to a management system in the brain called executive function. Think of the brain like a busy airport. Every thought, impulse, and daily task is a plane trying to land or take off at the same time. Executive function is the air traffic control tower managing that traffic. Without a tower to direct the flow, the system shuts down. In a young child, that internal collision manifests as an emotional tantrum. Successfully managing all of those mental arrivals and departures is the quiet work that allows a child to develop and learn. To keep the planes moving, the brain's control tower relies on 3 specific skill sets. The first is working memory, holding multiple pieces of information at once. Next is inhibitory control, which filters distractions and stops hasty impulses, like holding a plane while a hazard clears. Finally, cognitive flexibility instantly reroutes paths to adjust to new demands. These 3 dimensions work together to help a child navigate a world that is often unpredictable. It is a common mistake to assume that children will simply grow out of unfocused or impulsive behavior as they get older. In reality, children are born with only the potential to develop these skills. The neural circuitry required doesn't exist at birth. This chart shows how executive function proficiency builds over time. There is a window of rapid growth between ages 3 and 5, when the foundations of self-regulation are established. However, the system is not fully built until a person reaches their mid-20s. Because this control tower takes 25 years to complete, we cannot expect a child to have the same level of self-control as an adult. If these brain connections aren't there at birth, how are they actually built? For a child, play is a flight simulator. It provides a safe environment to practice the mental coordination needed for real life. Games like Double Dutch require intense attention. A jumper has to track the rhythm of the ropes while simultaneously recalling the words of a chant. Strategy games push older children further, forcing them to hold complex rules in mind while adjusting their plans to counter an opponent's move. Adults support this growth through scaffolding. This is the process of setting routines and giving cues that help a child practice until they can perform a task on their own. Through this combination of adult support and challenging play, the brain builds the architecture it needs to manage itself. While we often focus on academic outcomes like math and reading scores, executive function handles the underlying mechanics of a child's day. These skills allow a child to wait their turn, keep track of the rules in a shared game, and recover when they feel disappointed. When a child fails to pay attention or acts out, it is helpful to look past the behavior itself. Often, the child is simply overwhelmed. Their neurological system is struggling to process a high volume of incoming signals without the right tools. Rather than demanding the planes just fly right, we can focus on building the tower that guides them. The role of the adult is to provide the temporary scaffolding that helps a child build their own internal air traffic control system.